Sav, what are you carrying that for?
To protect me.
Don't say ridiculous stuff like that, Liz.
It isn't ridiculous. Look at this room.
Yeah, I can see it.
You've hit me before, and you're never going to do it again.
Come on, Liz, I don't ever remember hitting you.
Well, I do, and Jenny does. I suppose you don't remember how you got the room this way.
Yeah, I remember, and I remember why.
You were roaring drunk and talking about murder.
Yeah.
I spent the night locked in Jenny's room. She's petrified. She still is.
What can I say, Liz? I'm sorry.
How many times do I have to hear that? How many I'm sorries are yet to come?
Look, I was confused last night. I was terrified. I panicked. I drank a few drinks to forget my troubles, that's all.
Are your troubles gone? I'm tired, Jeff. I'm tired of watching my husband dig himself into a grave. I am tired of hiding every time you get like this.
I know, you're right. I gotta do something. I can't go on like this, or I'm gonna lose it all, everything.
Well, we finally agree on something. You better get that help fast, Jeff. I'm taking Jenny and I'm leaving for good.
Can we talk about it?
I mean it, Jeff. You better get help and fast. You better get it before it is too late.
Maybe too late already.
Got that straight?
Sure. Drive to a beach near Cape Henry, have the truck loaded with fish, and wait. It's just like any other haul I've ever made.
Wrong. This is not like any other haul. This is big, Norm. I mean really big.
Am I going to be making the run alone?
Not on your life. I'm sending you out with the man himself, Joey Hassler.
That big, huh?
That big. You think you're up for it?
Yeah. Yeah, I've been itching for one like this. The money's better, right?
There'll be a bonus in it for you. That's right. The bigger the risk, the bigger the pay. We pay our boys accordingly.
Good. I like that.
Good. You want a drink?
No way. Hey, haven't you heard? Drinking and driving don't mix.
Oh, that's what I like to hear.
Yeah. I get my kicks in lots of other ways, though, you know?
Yeah, I know. It's something I've been meaning to talk to you about, Norm.
About what?
Carpenter tells me you've got a personal vendetta against Davidson and this Russ Weaver.
What about it?
It stops. Unless we tell you you can use it.
Now, wait a minute.
I said it stops. No freelance vendettas when you're working for me. You screw up, and it backfires on the whole organization. Now, you're going to get your chance at your friend Davidson, but it's going to be when I say so and according to our plan. Do I make myself clear?
Very.
In this business, anything you do wrong reflects on the whole organization. Whether you know it or not. You caused the death of that bloodsucker Herb Crane.
We caused it.
Oh, you heard about it then. Well, he came to me to bribe me and blackmail me over a dented fender. Now, the police would really love to have heard about that, Norm. That involved a little accident with Russ Weaver. You know something about that, don't you, Norm?
Yeah. Yeah, I knew where they were going, and I waited for them. Sure, I sideswiped Weaver's car. I intended to. But I didn't go to a repairman named Crane.
I know that. Jeff Cummings did. He was so loaded that night, he thought he'd caused the accident. He couldn't remember.
That guy's a jerk.
You'll get no argument from me there, but like I said, no more independent action from you unless I give you the okay first. And you keep your nose clean. You got it?
Yeah, I got it.
Mom,
Peter, what are you doing up at this hour?
I heard you down here. What time is it?
After midnight.
Where's Dad?
You get right back on upstairs to bed, young man. You've got school tomorrow.
Okay. I just thought something might be bothering you, that's all.
No, wait. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have snapped at you like that. Your father hasn't come home yet.
Where'd he go?
I don't know. He got a phone call from the police tonight. It sounded urgent. He left before 10 and he hasn't come back yet.
Didn't he tell you anything?
Only that he was sworn to secrecy and not to worry.
Yeah, that's when you should worry.
Peter!
Was that all he said?
No, he had to go and pick up Jean on the way to wherever it was he was going.
You know what? I bet they're on a drug bust down at the waterfront. I wish I was with them.
Why did I let him go? Could have been killed.
Why don't you call Mrs. Redlin? Jean's mom ought to know something. I'm gonna go get something to eat. I can see this is gonna be a long night.
Hello, Mama Redlin. This is Terry Davidson. Look, I'm sorry to wake you up at this hour, but I'm really worried about Jean and Scott. Have you heard anything at all from Jean? Well, you know, Scott left before 10, and...
Commander's on board. How do you feel?
You'll have to ask that question a little louder. My heart's pounding too hard.
Well, you're not alone.
So what's this tip the Coast Guard got, huh?
Came from a stevedore in Marseille, only he's not really a stevedore. He works for Interpol. There's a freighter making a transfer about 100 miles out. We're going after the trawler that met him.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for a long time, old buddy. It'll make up for some of the grief they've caused us, huh?
Yep, let's go.
Okay, up to you, Skip.
Hey, stop bouncing around like you got ants in your pants.
I hate waiting. It makes me nervous.
You ready?
I was born ready.
Well, it won't be long now. They say the first big one is always nerve-wracking. You got the van completely loaded, right?
Yeah, with fish.
I hope you left a little room for more cargo.
Any change in plans?
Nope. The trawler's somewhere out there. We just have to sit tight and wait.
Easy for you to say. Hey, how they gonna find us?
What do you think we ought to do, send up flares? They know where we are. They have...
Well, how's it gonna work?
How's what gonna work?
The transfer.
Look, at 6 o'clock sharp, one of our guys drifts alongside the trawler. They pick up their stuff, and they zigzag slowly back here to us. And you know what to do next, right?
Right. Piece of cake.
Where's the trawler now? about a mile over there. We have a chase craft standing by, and any sign of a small boat making contact, we'll close in.
This is Seahawk 019. Contact has been made port side.
Tell them close in.
Yes, sir.
Closed in. It's closed in.
Okay, let's go.
I don't know. What's going on here? It's a bus! Let's get out of here.
Vessel Jonathan, fishing vessel Jonathan. This is United States Coast Guard cutter Point Arena. Heave to and prepare to be boarded, Captain.
May I ask who the captain is of the vessel? Sir, would you please step over here? My name's Petty Officer Rooney, United States Coast Guard. Step over here and we'll check the numbering of your vessel, please. Step over there. Okay, forward. Okay, please step down there, please. Call the boat and advise them we have found some white powdery substance inside the bellies of the fish and ask permission to conduct a drug analysis.
Point Arena, this is Mobile Unit 1. Have found white powdery substance in cargo. Request permission to proceed with drug test.
Point Arena, Mobile Unit 1, Point Arena, roger, you have authorization.
Point Arena is Mobile Unit 1, roger. Here, excuse me. Watch it. Keep an eye on him. More ready. Coast Guard cutter Point Arena is Point Arena Mobile Unit 1 over.
Point Arena, Mobile Unit 1, Point Arena.
Point Arena is Mobile Unit 1, roger. Be advised on the drug analysis. The test is positive.
Point Arena, Mobile Unit 1, Point Arena. Go ahead and place the people under arrest and read them their rights.
Roger. Captain, I'd like to advise you this time I'm going to place you and your vessel and your crew members aboard this vessel under arrest. This time I'd like to read you your rights. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you in court. You have the right to consult with a lawyer and to have him present prior to and during any questioning. If you desire a lawyer but cannot afford one, a lawyer will be appointed for you. If you desire a lawyer, all questioning will be terminated until you have been able to obtain and consult with a lawyer. Whether or not you have a lawyer, you cannot have the right to terminate questioning at any time. Does everybody aboard this vessel and crew members understand your rights? You, sir, you understand your rights? You, sir, you understand your rights? And you, sir, you understand your rights?
Scott? Scott! Oh, I am so glad that you're back safe.
What is this?
We've been waiting up for you, Dan.
Waiting up? You mean you two haven't been to bed yet? Now that's what I call loyalty.
Was it a drug bust?
Yes, it was. A very successful one.
Oh, Scott, why didn't you tell me? I was worried sick.
I'm sorry, honey. I did promise I wouldn't say anything to anybody.
Mom even called Mrs. Redland.
She was as worried as I was.
I can see Gene now, getting the same third degree that I've been getting. Oh, man, am I beat.
Oh, were you scared?
Anybody be a fool who wasn't scared in a situation like that, son.
Anybody get hurt?
Yeah. A sailor aboard the Coast Guard chase boat got shot in the arm.
Scott!
Don't worry, honey. I wasn't even on that boat. I was safe and sound aboard the cutter. Maybe next time I should be a little bit closer to the action.
There's not going to be a next time if I have anything to say about it.
I was just kidding, honey. Now, the Coast Guard recovered a whole batch of heroin, although most of it was dumped overboard during the chase. And they got just about everyone, too, with the exception of the two guys on shore picking up the drop. And they're also holding the people that were on the trawler. So all in all, this was a very successful bust. I'm going to include it in my newscast tonight. Time to start naming names.
No, you can't.
What do you mean, Terry?
They'll be out to get you. Those men. They're going to hurt you, Scott. Don't you see?
She's right, Dad. I'm kind of worried about that myself.
All right, I'll take it into consideration. I'll talk to Gene about it. But we're going to report the story. We were there. We might not mention the fish, that's all.
What fish?
That's how they transport the heroin, inside the fish. You'd never even know it unless someone told you.
That is exactly what I mean. If you show that kind of thing on the news, the ones who got away will know that you were involved with the raid. They'll try to silence you.
Gene and I will decide that. That much I'll promise. We're not going to do anything foolish. Look, let's all of us go upstairs and get a good night's sleep. I gotta get back up in 2 hours. Wow. Oh. Thanks, you two, for waiting up. I really appreciate that.
Peter, what are we going to do to get through to him?
We got hit! They were waiting for them! The drop-off at the trawler got hit by the Coast Guard.
What?
I saw the speedboat get away, but they had to dump everything. It all went in the bay.
What else?
I didn't see anything else.
Oh, this Davidson is behind that. He's got everybody stirred up. Oh, Vince is not going to like this. Must have been a tip-off.
Yeah. Yeah, how long you gonna let Davidson get away with giving those editorials about drugs?
Yeah, right.
Hey, who you calling?
Vince.
Nick, do you have to call him now?
When something like this happens, the man knows right now. Listen, kiddo, you're gonna get that chance at Davidson sooner than you thought.